Hey guys, it's Coach B. Wiley. It's super late. It's like after midnight. Technically, it is now Christmas Eve. And I wanted to come on here. So I went out tonight with the gal pal of mine. And she has recently been out of a relationship. And she dated this guy for a less than a year. But they knew each other for years before that because they were friends. And so I've known a little bit about their relationship. And a long story short is she had not been to his home. She had not met his children. And anytime they would meet up and get together, it would be on his terms. And anytime she might need something from him, like time, support to go on a date, there would always be an excuse. If you're just joining me, I'm talking about why you need to let go of the dude who is always busy, who literally is giving you, oh, I'm busy, oh, something came up, oh, I had to work. The literal word is busy. So if you're watching this and you're dating a guy or you've previously dated a guy who was always so busy, then this video is for you. And if you like this video, please like the video. So anyway, it's a little bit of story time. And so with her, me, even though I'm a coach, I don't coach my friends. I don't volunteer any kind of insight to the people that I know. That includes family. Now, if they ask me a question about dating and communicating, then of course I'll give them my opinion because they want to know what they should do. Outside of that, I just really just listen and observe, and I support. And if you're watching this and if you know a young lady that's dating someone and you know the dude ain't no good, or you know the dude got bad energy and you know the dude is just not the right person, it's not your job to beat her over the head with your opinions and how you feel about this dude. It's your job to want the best for her and express that, and to support her in whatever her decision is. Because sometimes we will have friends that will literally choose the wrong dude, and they know they're choosing the wrong dude, and they continue to choose the wrong guy, and they just want you to listen while they vent, even though they know they're not going anywhere. So your only job as their friend is to support them. Does that mean that you like the guy or think he's a good guy? No. Does that mean that you want him to continue to dog her out? No. That just means that you support her decision, and that is what it is. And you can be her friend without even talking about him. I've been in a situation before where there was a friend of mine and her dude was just trash. And so what we did is we totally omitted him from our conversations, and we did this for years, and we literally would not talk about him, and we would just talk about all the other things we had going on. So if you're back to the subject, if you're dating a guy, that was just a side note. I'll be giving my sidebars. That's just what I do. So if you're literally dating a dude and he's just like giving you this answer of I'm busy, you can't even get a date with the dude that you're dating. That is a problem. And so for my gal pal, she had been dating this guy for months and months, and then she broke up with him like a couple months ago, but then he gaslit her, he manipulated her and told her she was selfish for breaking up with him. How is a girl selfish for breaking up with someone who literally was begging for time, begging for a date, who they live in the same city, but yet they can't even go out to the park and have a cup of coffee because it's always an excuse? If you're watching this and you're dating a guy and it's literally always an excuse, specifically around the holidays, you know I'm talking to you, sis, and Christmas Eve is coming up and he's already let you know that, oh, gonna be with my aunt, my family coming in town, my kids gonna have me sewn up. He's already setting you up for the okie doke. And 100%, if he's setting you up, your gut is going to tell you. Now, sometimes, ladies, we can be naive when it comes to dating. We can totally be naive. If you're just tuning in, I'm talking about how dudes be coming up with lame excuses, how they be bogus as F, how they be BSing, how they be saying they so busy when they ain't got nothing going on but some BS, right? So think about it with the holidays coming along. Whatever your gut is telling you about this guy, if your gut is literally saying to you, sis, he lying, you need to listen to your gut. You don't ignore your gut. If you saw a fly on your hamburger, would you just be like, oh, he gonna just mind his business and he just gonna get off my food? You're gonna be like, H&R, this is gross, swat, swat. That's what you need to do with these dudes. Because all they do is flying around your space, taking up space. And every time a fly lays down on something, it poops. So quit letting these dudes poop on you and keep it moving, because you don't deserve someone to come in, F stuff up, and move around. And you definitely don't deserve to be in a dating scenario where you've been dating him for X amount of time, let's say around a year. You have not met any of his friends. You have not been introduced to any of his family. You have not met his children. I say inside of a year. And I don't mean you're dating someone for 3 months. You shouldn't be. There's no reason to meet someone's kids inside of 3 months. I mean, it's been 9+ months, but under a year. And you still ain't been to his house. Every time y'all go on a date, it's really inside. Y'all ain't really going outside doing anything. These are red flags. And women are signing up for this every single day. So I need to ask you, why are you signing up to be with a dude who is keeping you as a secret? Because I'm going to tell you something. If you want to say something in the comments about what I'm talking about, go ahead. I'll glance down. But I'm just going to be on here for a few minutes because I just came from, we went to, me and my gal pal and the guy she's dating now, we went to the Ritz-Carlton here in St. Louis and we had a good time. It was a good time. And I met her new guy. And from the moment that I met him, because this is what I do, good energy. Good energy across the board. And he's not even from here, but come to find out, we know someone from where I moved from a decade ago. It's small world, guys. And so he was nothing short of good energy. And then I talked to him. I said, how do you feel about, and I'm going to ask y'all, I asked him, I said, how do you feel about when you're dating someone, talking to them every day and or skipping days? And he was like, I don't know why we would skip a day. That don't make any sense, because if we're dating, we need to keep open communication. And I was like, bingo. However, a lot of women have convinced themselves that that talking every day means that the dude is a bugaboo, means that the dude is doing too much, and that makes no sense. We need to get down to the old school ways of dating. And when you're dating someone, the man courts the woman, he pursues the woman, his actions match his words. He don't come up with all these excuses. Why would a dude hunt you down and stalk your whole life? Not literally stalk in a negative way, but why would a dude literally go out of his way to chase you down, to be in your life, to then turn around and tell you he's busy? Make it make sense. And if you're hearing that word come up, then you need to say to him, well, that's interesting that you're busy, because when you pursued me, when you approached me, you were coming at me as if there was space in your life. So I'm a little confused about, if you knew that you were busy before you pursued me, why would you pursue me at all? Ladies, you got to start calling these fools out on their bluff. If he's coming up with this busy all of a sudden out of the blue, you need to inquire about why he's so busy. Things change. Now, of course, he could be working longer hours at work, of course. However, he does have breaks. That phone is with him 24/7, just like your phone is with you. So if he's playing you, you need to call him on the play. Foul on the play. And don't be afraid to do that. Because the more you mute your mouth, the more he can continue to steamroll you and blow smoke up your behind. So if you're watching this and you're dealing with a dude who literally ain't talked to you all day, because yesterday he said he was going to be busy today, that is a red flag. And then why are you wanting to date and continue to entertain and engage a dude who is busy today? Because how he's showing you he is, how it starts, or all of a sudden how it switches it up, because maybe he came in with the switcheroo, is how it shall be. So if all of a sudden he's busy, what will change for him to then make you a priority, prioritize a set amount of time for you in order for you to weave into his life? Ladies, you have to take your body parts out of the equation. He can be as fine as he want to be. However, what is he doing to show you actively and consistently that he literally takes you serious? He respects what you're saying to him. He's listening to what you're saying to him. He's taking it into consideration, and that he's going to adjust. It's all about adjusting. You're not telling him to quit his job. You're not telling him to not meet for lunch on Sundays with his mama. You ain't telling him to quit seeing his kids altogether. You're just saying Sir, you approached me. You asked me for my number. You wanted it. I didn't come out of my skin to talk to you. You the one who jumped into my life. And now all of a sudden you busy. I call BS. And when you're inquiring, ain't no yelling, ain't no screaming, ain't no acting a fool, ain't no neck rolling. You're literally stating the facts. Because a lot of women are to state the facts. And there's no reason to. Because if you're engaging like I'm engaging with you, ain't no tone. My body language is cool. My tone is good. My, what is it, body language, tone. It's something else that it's laid out. But what do I say with the Be Wildly Basics? You want to check, you want to address, make sure your body language and your tone is good. Because you can say one thing and he can take it as another. So when you're inquiring about this busybody, you need to make sure that you have receipts from when you first met, in the middle of your dating, up to where you are now. Because whenever you come to him to the table with something, you want to make sure it makes sense. And some of these guys will then try to flip it, and you want to make sure he doesn't have room to flip-flop like a fish out of water. So ladies, this is just a quick message, really late on live, but I felt like I needed to say something because my gal pal, she's no longer in that situation anymore because she just finally got fed up. And I think she was hesitant. Well, I know she was hesitant to tell me because she was just like, I was going to tell her I told you so, but that's not how I roll. If something happens with a relationship and or you personally know that your friend is in a dead end relationship, it's not on you to say, well, I told you, girl, I told you he was trash. No, that's not for you to say. It's for you to say, I'm glad it's over. I'm glad you chose you. I'm glad you made yourself a priority. And I support you being done with that dude. Because that's what emotional, intelligent, supportive friends do. And when she told me that, like when I saw dude, I saw him in a picture, y'all. I saw him in a picture and I was just like, who is this guy? Why he got on sunglasses in every picture? And granted, he did a profession that was paid a lot, a ton of money. His profession paid a ton of money, and he's now retired, and he still has it like that. However, in his pictures, I'm just like, something was off, but I couldn't see his eyes. It's like, I need to see his eyes. So there was an event where she works. She works at a really particular place that pulls in a lot of people who are of a particular lifestyle. So anyway, I was in the room and I saw him and I was just like, that's who you're with? And I was just like, I didn't tell her anything. But in my mind, I'm thinking, this dude, is he for real? And the thing is, ladies, because so many of us, I say us because I'm a woman, because so many of us don't know our worth and we're tired of being single. We're tired of being single. We're tired of being alone. And because we've been through so many dudes that are just dogging us out, we will fall for the okie doke. And we'll fall like a piece of paper blowing in the wind, child. And I think that was her. Because when I say she has it going on, she takes care of herself. She's amazing. She's fun. She's outgoing. She's hardworking. She's just all these things. And then for her to be attracted to this, it's just like, it threw me off. And if you're in that situation, you got to check yourself. You got to check in with yourself and ask yourself, why am I attracted to a dude that continues to tell me every time I just want to have a cup of coffee, go to breakfast, go for a walk, go to the gym, go skating, meet for lunch, go watch a movie, go watch a show? Why is there always resistance? Why is there always a pushback? Why is there always an excuse? Why is he always busy? Like, what is it about me that he just doesn't find interesting enough to prioritize? But he's the one who went out of his way to pursue me. That's when you got to get right down to the facts of it. Because when you lead with your emotions and you let your emotions get involved, you're going to think about how he looks, what he does, what you've been saying on social media about him, how you've been showing up and talking about him to your family and friends. But I need for you to get down to the real spiel. And the real spiel is who he's showing you every day. Who he's showing you, what he's doing, what he's not doing, what he's saying, how he's portraying, how he flips things, how he manipulates, how he gaslights. That's what you need to focus on. Because that's who this dude is. whoever you've created in your mind, because we'll do that. We'll literally think up a fictitious character, and it won't even be who we're looking at every day and who we're talking to every other day. And we'll literally create this dude in our minds, even though he's showing us he ain't ish. And I need for you to not do that. I need for you to stop yourself in your tracks. The next time you with this dude and he running that BS about being busy, you need to question him flat out right there in a moment. Catch his butt off guard. Don't send it through text. Get on the phone, get on FaceTime, or be in person. How are you busy, sir? What are you doing? Literally ask him what he's doing. And then he's 9 times out of 10, if he's full of it, going to give you more smoke, blowing more smoke. And that's going to be vague answers. Nothing's ever going to be direct. It's going to be vague. It's going to be broad. And that's when you know you need to do this. Well, and that's where you whelp and you get yourself out of that dating situation and you walk your butt out the room. Because if you don't, guess what? He's going to continue to lay it on even thicker with the BS. Because the thing is, they'll start it small, just like anything. A snowball, a snowflake, it starts small, right? And then it continues to grow. Your job is to stop it in its tracks. Your job is to see BS, call it out, address it. And if it doesn't stop coming at you, because don't get me wrong, dudes will be dudes. They'll send you a test here and there. However, your job is to let him know, no, I'm just not the one, sir. And you do that by setting your boundaries, by inquiring, by asking questions, by getting nothing less than a direct, clear answer. And then you watch his actions. And if they change, great. And if they don't, bounce. Why do you have to suffer with a dude who pursued you, but then decided to drag his feet? That don't make no sense to me, sis. And it need not make sense to you. So do yourself a favor this Christmas. We about to roll on up into Christ's birthday. Do yourself, give yourself the gift of no longer engaging, entertaining, chatting, texting, holding on to, or anything of that nature to dudes who are showing you are not a priority because they're too dang busy doing nothing. They're literally doing nothing. However, they're not interested enough to prioritize you in your time so that they much rather do something else. And I'll leave you with this. There was some kind, I always mess this quote up, but it's something like, I read this on social media somewhere. Give a dude time. It's something like, let a dude do what he wants to do. And then that way he'll show you what he prefers to do. And how I took that as, don't be sweating these dudes. Don't be breathing down their neck. Don't be double texting. Don't be doing the most. And let's see what he'll do. Will he reach out? Will he send you a good morning? Will he call you? Or will he just, what you doing? Not hear from him from 10 hours, 2 days. Pick back up. What you doing? Like, you got to let these dudes. My mother told me this. Give him enough rope to hang himself. She told me that on the last dude I dated that was trash. Back in 2016. I ain't dated a trash dude since 2017. I dated one more after him in 27. And I took the trash out and left it where it sat, burning in the backyard ever since then. And I want you to do the same. Because there's no reason for it. There's no reason going to go into 24 wasting your own time. Signing up for dudes who just put you on the back burner. Who are blatantly putting you on the back burner with a busy BS. So if you're in the comments, number one, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like it. If you're watching it here on TikTok, if you're watching it on YouTube, feel free to subscribe. If you want me to address one of your questions about dating and communicating, feel free to DM me, inbox me, comment. I will be glad to answer that. But I just had to come on here on live tonight and just talk about dudes who just be straight up on some BS. I remember the last guy who told me he was busy. I remember him just like it was happening yesterday. And I was in such a desperate space and place. I was literally begging this dude just to pick up the phone and call and text. And he ultimately ended up ghosting me. And that's okay. And that's okay. He did me a favor. So you do yourself a favor. Don't even go down that road that I went down years ago. See his ish for what it is. Inquire about it. Call it out. Address it. And if you see no difference in his actions, he literally is telling you he don't want you. He sees you as just something to do, a filler girl, a good time girl, and he does not want you. And that is okay. Because he's not the guy for you, right? Why? Because you're an acquired taste. You ain't for everybody. You got it? Let me know. Now, if you want to book me, do a one-on-one with me, feel free. The link is in my bio, Coach B. Wiley. My mentor, go to mymentor.life. That link is there. Look me up, Coach B. Wiley. You can book a one-on-one with me, and I will be glad to help you and be your new life coach. Outside of that, if you want to ask me a question that I can address in a video, that is free of charge. Just let me know what your question is, and I'll be glad to answer it. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you later.